And good afternoon and welcome back inside Lexington County Stadium as Case Western Reserve University looking to bounce back from a loss in their earlier game today. Will be facing Swarthmore in the second game of the day for Case Western Reserve. First game of the day for Swarthmore, which enters the contest with a 5-3 overall record. The Spartans are 6-3. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Schwartz, bringing you play-by-play coverage of today's game between the two squads. And without further ado, Swarthmore out warming up, so let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups for Swarthmore. Beginning, let's give you the batting order actually for Case Western Reserve first. Leading off and playing center field is Logan Andreyko. Jack Anderson catching and batting second. James Powers playing third base and batting third, and then Nick Harms will bat fourth and play right. Dane Camphausen, the first baseman, hits fifth. Carson Walker, the designated hitter, will bat sixth. Franco Alonso, the second baseman, bats seventh. Connor Stevenson getting the start in left and batting eighth. And Nate Arterburn at shortstop today will bat ninth. Kyle Geerding on the mound. We'll tell you more about him his next time when he takes it in the bottom of the inning. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get you the defensive alignment for Swarthmore today. At first base is Brad Johnston. Second baseman is Xavier Taylor. The third baseman is Caden Rosenbaum. And the shortstop is Max Rothwarg. In the outfield, left fielder is Matthew Silvestri. Center fielder is Aiden Sullivan. The right fielder is Benjamin Buckman. And doing the catching, William Hensey. And pitching him will be Noah Potholm. Potholm 1-0 on the year with a 4.50 ERA through a pair of starts. He's thrown a total of 10 innings, giving up just 8 hits for a .216 opponent's batting average. He surrendered 5 runs, all of them earned. He struck out 13 in 10 innings and walked just 3, and Potholm will get things started against the top of the Case Western Reserve order, looking for a bounce-back game after struggling with their bats in a 9-1 loss earlier to Arcadia. And at 4:40, we have our first pitch, and it misses for ball one. 1-0 the count on Logan Andreyko. And he hits that one in the air into a gap in right center field, but over to get it is the center fielder Sullivan for the first out. So Andreyko retired, and that'll bring up Jack Anderson.
For the Spartans, the catcher, number 5, Jack Anderson.
Potholm, a sophomore out of Washington, D.C., 6'1", right-handed pitcher. And delivers the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Anderson at the plate, hitting a .290 on the year. He hits that in the air pretty deep towards right field, going back at the wall, at the track, and it's out of here. Home run, Jack Anderson, his first of the season, and he gets the Spartans on the board with a solo shot. It's 1-0. An opposite field home run for Anderson. And that might be just what the Spartans needed after their bats were pretty quiet in the first game of the day. Anderson with an exclamation point here in the first. So 1 out, and now James Powers will be the batter. Powers, 3 for 4 in the first game with a pair of doubles. Muscles that one back foul and out of play, and it's 0-1, excuse me. Well, good job by Jack Anderson, just going with the pitch, sending it deep over the wall and right. Now Powers hits one in the air, shallow center, lining it up once again is Sullivan, and he will put that away. Busy game for the outfielders so far with 2 flyouts and a home run. 2 gone in the inning now, and Nick Harms will be the batter. Harms hitting at .275 on the year with 2 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Harms has really done a good job cutting down on the strikeouts over the course of the last maybe half a dozen games or so. Big swing and a miss for Harms, 0-1. Harms struck out 11 times in the team's, as that misses down low, 1-1. He struck out 11 times in the team's first 5 games of the year. He struck out 8 times in the first 2 games alone. He struck out just once in his last 4 games. Ground ball hit towards second, should end the inning. Second baseman has it. That's Taylor, who flips on to first to get the out, and that will end the inning. But Jack Anderson in the top of the first gets Case Western Reserve on the board with his first home run of the season. And it's a 1-0 Spartan lead as we move along into the bottom of the first. Let's go ahead and get you the the batting order for Swarthmore as they will step up to bat here. Aiden Sullivan, the center fielder, leading off. It'll be Max Rothwarg, the shortstop, batting second. Matthew Silvestri, the left fielder, hitting third. And then Benjamin Buckman, the right fielder, in the cleanup spot. Brad Johnston playing first base and batting fifth. Max Beedling, the designated hitter, hit sixth. Caden Rosenbaum sat batting seventh, playing third. Wilson Hensey catching, making his season debut. He'll bat eighth. And then Xavier Taylor, the second baseman, hits ninth. Defensively for the Spartans, first baseman is Dane Camphausen. Second baseman is Franco Alonso. The shortstop is Nate Arterburn, and the third baseman, James Powers. In the outfield, left fielder is Connor Stevenson, center fielder Logan Andraco, and the right fielder is Nick Harms. Doing the catching is Jack Anderson, and pitching to him will be Kyle Geerding. Geerding, the junior, the numbers don't look pretty, but a lot of that's skewed by one rough outing that he had against Worcester, his last time out, so looking to bounce back from that. Geerding 0-1 on the season with a 10.29 ERA. 7 innings pitched this year. He's given up 12 hits, 11 runs, 8 of them earned. He has walked 1, struck out 7. That being said, while that Worcester start wasn't great, his first start of the season, which came against Washington and Jefferson, he pitched 6 shutout innings before allowing a few runs in the 7th of that game and a no decision. But, again, he looked very good in that game, so certainly for Geerding, a chance to bounce back from a rough outing. And we'll see if he can do so here. So 1-0 Spartans with the lead as we move into the bottom of the first. And the first pitch from Geerding misses down and into Sullivan, who's batting at .542 on the young season. Now the 1-0. Ground ball, and that'll get through for a base hit. So Sullivan with the leadoff single. This is a Swarthmore team that loves to run. And it starts at the top of their lineup with Sullivan and the batter at the plate now, Max Rothwarg. They each have stolen 8 bases on as many attempts, and we'll see if they're running here against Jack Anderson. Not going yet. Quick to the plate is Geerding as he delivers a first pitch strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Ground ball hit up towards the middle. Could be 2. There to get it is Arterburn. Steps on the bag for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. There might have been a slight bobble there by Arterburn as he looked to get his foot on the bag. And that prevented him from completing the double play. It was still, again, good base runners out there as well, so maybe not much that Nate could have done there on his first attempt of short of the day after he started second base earlier. Batter now will be Matthew Silvestri, a .387 hitter on the year, and he takes a strike down Main Street, 0-1 the count. Silvestri, 1 home run. He's driven in 15 runs in just 8 games this year. Throw to first, nothing cooking. Now the 0-1. Ground ball hit up towards short. Arterburn with it, steps on the bag for 1. Throw to first, scooped out by Camphausen. Double play turned by the Spartans. Well, Arterburn getting tested early at short today. And so far, passing with flying colors. He's responsible for all 3 outs in the inning. And we'll move along to the bottom, or to the top of the second. 1-0, Case Western Reserve leading. Camphausen, Walker, and Alonso due up when we come back. One to nothing Spartans on a Jack Anderson first inning home run. Dane Camphausen set to lead things off for Case Western Reserve here in the second. First pitch misses down and out for a ball. It's 1-0 on Camphausen. Camphausen, Walker, and Alonso here in the second for the Spartans. And Camphausen a little tardy on that one, fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Camphausen homered in yesterday's win over Oswego State. Here's the 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. Up high, 3-1. Hard to believe, but the Spartans will be done with a quarter of their season, at least their regular season, after today's game. It's game number 10 for Case Western Reserve. They're 6-3 on the year. As Camphausen grounds that one, cut off by the third baseman. Throw on the run, right on target. And a nice play there at third by Caden Rosenbaum to retire Camphausen for the first out of the inning. So 1 out now, bases empty for Carson Walker. Getting his first start here in Lexington. As he chops that foul. 0-1 the count. Walker off to a nice start to his career. .333 hitter on the season. 5 for 15 with a double and 2 runs batted in. Barely missed. And it's 1-1. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Walker. Sent back through the originator by Walker, and he's on with the Spartans' second hit of the game. So with one out, runner on at first. And Franco Alonso will be the batter. I think I'm still yet to call him Pete Alonso, but that's going to come at some point in the course of this season. I apologize in advance. So that one misses outside to Franco, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Podholm delivers. That one laced and caught by the third baseman. Throw back to first, not in time. That was absolutely smoked off the bat by Alonso, and it took a leaping catch by the third baseman Rosenbaum, who's flashing some leather here early on in this inning. The play he made to get Camphausen out, and now on that line drive, and there are two gone. That's one where if you're the third baseman there, you're already pulled in a step or two because you're looking to turn the double play. As Connor Stevenson swings and misses, 0-1 the count. You got a hard hit ball off a right-handed bat coming right at you. That's one where you check to make sure that you didn't lose your glove in the middle of that one, that the ball didn't blast through it. And that was absolutely torched by Alonso, and he's had a couple of those today that he's hit hard, but nothing to show for it. So runner at first still, 2 away. Podholm trying to work through a scoreless second. Connor Stevenson getting the start today, standing in his way. It's the first start of the year for Stevenson. Hits that in the air towards the gap in left center field, and that's down for a base hit. Walker with a big turn at second, but he'll have to hold there. And Connor Stevenson with the single. It's now first and second with 2 away. And that will bring Nate Arterburn to the plate. Arterburn getting the start at short today, as Coach Englander trying to figure out a solution there. You hate taking Tyler Stilson's bat out of the lineup, but he made some costly plays at short in the first game. And so we'll see what Arterburn does here as he takes that outside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 offering. Podholm's 24th pitch of the game. Swung on, chopped foul. It's 1-1. One and one count on Arterburn. Trying to keep the inning going with 2 away and 2 on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Smoked foul and out of play, 1-2. Logan and Draco is out on deck. Hoping to get a shot here in the inning. Here's the 1-2. And an excuse me swing by Arterburn fouls that one off to stay alive. Nate has been impressive in the early going of his career. And he's getting a shot now at shortstop. Here's the 1-2. And sends that foul. The bat's slowing up a little bit for Arterburn. He's hitting at 357 on the year. But again, he profiles, at least at this point in his career, as a nice option to put in that 9-hole. The 1-2. That ball hit in the air, center field, playable out there. Another chance for Sullivan. Will make the one-handed catch in center to end the inning. So the Spartans with a pair of singles from Walker and Stevenson, but nothing to show for it as they're left stranded on the base pass, and we'll move to the bottom of the second. It'll be Buckman, Johnston, and Beedling due up when we return. Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning, the Spartans leading 1-0 on a first inning home run by Jack Anderson. Kyle Geerding begins his second inning of work, gave up a base hit to start the game, but then got a fielder's choice and a ground ball double play to end the frame. He threw just 6 pitches in that first inning. And Spartans can certainly use an economical performance here from Geerding, who misses inside for ball 1. Geerding issued a ball to start the first inning and then threw 6 straight strikes. And maybe working on a similar pattern here as that one's in there for a called strike, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Batter at the plate is the cleanup hitter, Benjamin Buckman, a left-handed hitter. Called strike, 2-2. Buckman hitting at .400. No home runs, 9 runs batted in for Buckman this year. He's got a double and a triple among his 12 hits. 2-2 from Geerding. And that's hit in the air. Center field. Draco has it lined up and puts it away for the out. So 1 out here in the second. And Brad Johnston will be the batter. Johnston, the first baseman, a .389 hitter on the year. 4 runs batted in. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Very aggressive at the plate so far for Swarthmore. Up and in, 1-1. Just a little high, 2-1. Two-one offering from Geerding. Lifted in the air, foul. 2-2. Ooh, just missed. Full count, 3-2. Geerding not getting that high strike call. It's twice in this at bat. It's the 3-2. Breaking ball fouled off, and the count stays at 3-2. Geerding has now thrown as many pitches in this at bat as he threw in the entire first inning. Good job by Johnston to make him work. Line drive, center field. Draco slides and makes the catch. So Johnston retired as Draco showing some leather in center field. And there's 2 away with the bases empty for Max Beedling. Beedling, the left-handed hitting designated hitter 3 for 18 on the season, good for a 167 average. He lifts that in the air towards left center field, deep. Stevenson going back, it's over his head. He picks it up on one hop, gets it in quickly, but Beedling will be able to pull into second base with a double. So first pitch swinging, Beedling doubles in towards the gap in left center field. And he's now representing the potential game-tying run in scoring position for Caden Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum, a .333 hitter on the season, 11 for 33 with 3 doubles, a triple, and 1 run batted in. Looking for his second RBI of the year. Takes a strike down Main Street, 0-1. Hits softly, foul, and it's an 0-2 count on Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum, the third baseman, is already impressed defensively. Might have saved his team a run or two last inning. Now has a chance to even the score with a base hit. Here's the 0-2. Long look back at second. Now to the plate. Skips it in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Girding's 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Two and two, 2 away. Runner on at second. Rosenbaum at the plate, Girding on the mound. From the stretch with the 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and just getting a piece of it to stay alive is Rosenbaum. We'll get another 2-2. Girding rocks and delivers. And it gets away all the way to the backstop. Went over Rosenbaum's head. That'll be ball 3. So full count, 3-2. Moving up to third on the wild pitch is Beedling. There's action in the Spartan bullpen, but I can't imagine that they're looking to pull Girding already. Swung on, chopped foul, and we'll do another 3-2. It's probably just someone on a bullpen day. Well, maybe. That's Sean Liang out there warming up. 3-2, 2 away. And just above the letters for ball 4. So Rosenbaum draws the walk. Runners on the corners now, and the batter will be Wilson Hensey. Hensey getting its first at-bat of the year. In fact, the first at-bat of his career. A first-year catcher out of Encino, California. Notre Dame High School, 5'10" catcher, right-handed hitter. And a called strike, 0-1. So Hensey with his first collegiate at bat. Comes in an RBI opportunity with runners on the corners. It's hit in the air, deep down the line and left. Andreyko coming over, still going. It's back of the wall, and it's out of here. In the first at-bat of his collegiate career, Wilson Henze with a 3-run home run. And that gives Swarthmore a 3-1 lead. So congratulations to Wilson Henze. And just like that, Swarthmore is out on top. And again, this was an inning that started innocently enough. Geerden got the first 2 outs quickly. But then 3 straight runners reached, including the home run. That ball hit to short. Arterburns throw a little low, but Camphausen digs it out nicely, and Taylor is retired. But the damage done. A 3-run homer with 2 outs by Henze. And just like that, Swarthmore takes a 3-1 lead. We'll be back. Top of the order for the Spartans in the third on Draco, Anderson, and Powers when we come back. Noah Potholm back out on the mound, and he'll work with the lead for the first time today. It's 3-1 Swarthmore following the home run by first-year catcher Wilson Henze in the first at-bat of his career. So top of the order on Draco, followed by Anderson and Powers for the Spartans, who will try to get back in this one. And Draco flew out to center field in his first at-bat. First pitch on the way from Potholm. Breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1. That ball hit towards second and unable to handle it. And Andreyko will reach on an error by the second baseman. Xavier Taylor unable to field that one cleanly.
The catcher for the Spartans, number 5, Jack Anderson.
So Andreyko on, and Jack Anderson, who hit a solo home run, his first of the season in his last at-bat, now stands at the plate. And takes that down and out, ball 1-0. Lead at first for Andreyko. As Anderson hits that one softly into right center field, and he'll drop for a base hit. Good base running by Andreyko, who was about halfway down the line before that one fell in. And it's now first and second with nobody out. And James Powers will be the batter. Powers flew out to center field in his first at-bat. He's now hitting at 300 for the season. And it misses outside, ball one. Three to one the score. The Spartans, though, so far have out-hit Swarthmore. 4-3 in this one. 2 on, nobody out, and Powers swings and misses at a pitch that stayed outside. It's 1-1. And now he squares to bunt, and bunts it foul, 1-2. One and two the count. Potholm trying to retire Powers here with 2 on and nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That ball, line drive back up the middle, base hit. They will send Andreyko home. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Throw to the plate. Plenty of time. The slide by Andreyko, and they call him safe. The ball fell out. The ball fell out. The ball got knocked out as Andreyko slid in. And so that will be an RBI single for Powers, and it cuts the lead to 3-2. The tag beat him, but the ball popped out of the glove of the catcher. And so the Spartans catching a bit of a break there. Aggressive base running pays off. And it's now 3-2, and Harm's first pitch swinging. Ground ball to first. They get one there. Tag applied, and that's 2. So a double play, scored 3-6. Anderson moves up 90 feet to third, representing the potential game-tying run. But now 2 outs in the inning as Dane Camphausen steps up. Camphausen batting at .256 on the year, and he hits that one up the middle. The umpire goes down, and that'll be an RBI single. And let's see if the umpire is okay here as the trainers will head out. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you. It's 3-3. Welcome back once again. So the umpire okay, but a quick correction on the scoring on that. It's a base hit for Camphausen, but a dead ball. And because it hit the umpire, a bad break for the Spartans, as Anderson forced to stay at third on that one. And so it's now first and third, and it's 3-2 instead of 3-3. And the batter at the plate, Carson Walker, will have to do the damage now as the count evens 1-1 on him. So 2 away, runners on the corners. Now the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Potential game time run at third base for the Spartans. The potential go-ahead run at first. And foul tipped. It's 2-2. Two and two, 2 away. Outside, full count, 3-2. So with the full count, Camphausen's going to get a jump at first. Important if the ball's able to find a gap. It could give the Spartans the lead with Camphausen getting the early start. Full count, 3-2, 2 away. Potholm sets on the mound. Here's the payoff pitch to Walker. And he hits that down the line in left, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Again, Camphausen had the jump. He'll turn the corner at third. Here comes the throw. Camphausen motoring home. He'll touch the plate. It's a 2 RBI double for Carson Walker, and the Spartans regain the lead. It's 4-3. So Dane Camphausen scoring from first on the double. And again, I continue to be impressed with his base running and athleticism for a guy of his size. So 4-3, and now Franco Alonso will be the batter. Falls behind in the count, 0-1. Back and forth game early on here. Here's the 0-1. And Alonso wastes that foul, 0-2. All 3 runs this inning against Potholm have been unearned after the error to start the inning. The 0-2. Ground ball, that one through the middle. Diving stop made, throw to first, and in time to get the out. And that will end the inning. The umpire again had to hit the ground there to avoid that ball. He gets up slowly, but he'll be okay. Tremendous play by the shortstop, Rothwarg, to end the inning. And that will do it. But the Spartans strike back for 3. It's 4-3 the score. Spartans leading. We'll move to the bottom of the third. Top of the order for Swarthmore. Sullivan, Rothwarg, and Silvestri when we return. Welcome back again. Case Western Reserve University leading 4-3 over Swarthmore. What's been a back and forth game early on. Aiden Sullivan, the batter, takes a called first strike on 1. Sullivan reached on a base hit to start the game. So 1 for 1, hitting at .560 on the year. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Called Called strike. 1-2. Chopper, first base side, Geerding with it, steps on the bag himself, and gets the out. So Geerding with a quick out here as Sullivan retired, and that'll bring up Rothwarg.
Clear on shortstop, number 18, Max Rothwarg.
Rothwarg grounded into fielder's choice. 1-0 the count. 2-0. Ground ball towards third and through for a base hit. So Rothwarg gets the single. Runner on at first now with one away. They'll bring up Silvestri. He grounded into an inning-ending double play his last time up.
The left fielder for Swarthmore, number 23, Matthew Silvestri.
Called strike, 0-1. Fourth hit of the game there for Swarthmore. Throw into the runner, not in time. Outside, ball 1-1. 2-1. Ground ball, that one's through for a base hit. Now, the inning starting a bit like the last inning. Well, only one out here, but Geerding got the first out and then allowed a couple of hits last inning. So similar. See if he could settle in here. It's been a lot of ground balls today against Geerding, which is good. But they've just been finding holes in the infield right now. Benjamin Buckman now to the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. He hits that one into right field, and that's a base hit. Harms with it. They will hold the runners, and the bases will be loaded with one away. So Buckman first pitch swinging, singles. And the batter now will be Brad Johnston. Johnston lined out to center field, took a diving catch by Logan Andreyko to rob him of a base hit his first time up. 3 straight singles for Swarthmore have loaded the bases with one away here in the third. And that one lined it to center field. Andreyko coming in, but fields it on a hop. 1 run in. Here comes the second run. Throw to the plate. Not in time and offline. It's a 2 RBI single for Johnston. And Swarthmore regains the lead. It's 5-3. 5-4, excuse me. There's now 4 straight hits allowed by Geerding. And now Max Beedling will be the batter. Beedling hitting a .211 on the year, doubled in his first at bat. And fouls back the first pitch, 0-1. Lots of offense early on in this one. The Spartans took the early lead on a solo home run by Jack Anderson. Swarthmore responded with 3 runs on a 3-run home run from Wilson Hensey. As the runners go, the pitch fouled away, 0-2. Hensey's 3-run homer in the bottom of the second gave Swarthmore a 3-1 lead. The Spartans then answered with 3 runs of their own, including 2 on a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Carson Walker. Regained the lead 4-3, but now Swarthmore with 2 more runs in this inning to take the lead back. Looking to add on more. That one lined hard up the middle. Arterburn with it, steps on second for 1, throws to first in time, double play. They had him positioned perfectly to turn it. Great job by Arterburn, who's really looked impressive at shortstop so far today. The second double play turned in the game by the Spartans. However, Swarthmore does some damage in the inning. They score 2 runs on 4 hits. And Swarthmore regains the lead. 5-4 the score. The Spartans coming up to bat. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order. Stevenson, Arterburn, and then Andraco when we return. Five for the score. Swarthmore with the lead. The Spartans will try to get something going as they start the 4th. Stevenson squares to bunt, pulls it back, and swinging away, misses on that. It's 0-1. Stevenson singled in his first at bat. Swing and a miss again. It's 0-2. Potholm working with the lead again. His 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Stevenson strikes out swinging at 3 straight pitches. And now it'll be up to Nate Arterburn with 1 away and the base is empty. Arterburn flew out to center field in his first at bat. That ended the 2nd inning. Already playing some pretty good defense. And that misses outside. It's 1-0. And takes that one on the inside corner, 1-1. The dirt, 2-1. Seven hits apiece for the two teams now. Two one. 3-1. Arterburn fouls one off. So the count goes full, 3-2. Potholm up to 55 pitches, working with one out in the fourth. 3-2. That ball in the air, deep towards right, going back under it and making the catch is the right fielder Buckman for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder for Case Western Reserve, number 7, Logan Andreyko.
So 2 gone for Logan Andreyko. Andreyko was on base and scored a run his last time up, reaching on an error. 0 for 2 so far in this one, hitting at .375 on the year. And he reaches for that one in the air, left field, playable, and retired on the catch by Silvestri in left. And the inning is over. So the Spartans go down 1-2-3 in the fourth, and we'll move to the bottom of the inning. 5-4 Swarthmore with the lead when we come back. Bottom of the order for Swarthmore in the fourth inning. First pitch misses up high to Caden Rosenbaum. And it's 1-0. Rosenbaum drew a walk his last time up, came around to score a run on the home run by Hensey, who waits out on deck. Count evens 1-1 now. Kyle Geerding about to throw his 49th pitch of the game. And it's a called strike, 1-2. In the air, right field, Harms over and makes the catch. So Rosenbaum retired. One gone now for Wilson Hensey, the catcher. Hensey, in the first at bat of his collegiate career, hit a 3-run homer back in the second inning. Gets in the count here, 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Geerding working quickly. One and two now the count. And a little outside. Good chase pitch there from Geerding. Brings the count to 2-2. Chops it foul, 2-2. Misses for a ball. Full count, 3-2. In the air, center field, shallow. Coming in is Andrejko. Going out is Arterburn, and Arterburn makes the catch. So Hensey pops out into shallow left center field, and Nate Arterburn continuing to impress at shortstop here. 2 away, base is empty, and Xavier Taylor will be the batter. He grounded out to short his first time up. Misses for ball 1, 1-0. One and one. And it hit him. So Taylor hit with the ball and brings us back to the top of the order.
The guarded center fielder, number 20, Aiden Sullivan.
Pitches in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Sullivan ahead in the count here, facing Geerding. Called strike of the letters, 1-1. Sullivan 1 for 2. 2-1 now the count. Five four, Swarthmore leading. Throw down to first, not in time. Spartans will have the early game tomorrow. A 9 o'clock start for Case Western Reserve. Just a little outside, 3-1. After tomorrow's early game, the Spartans will be off until Thursday. They'll get a decent portion of the day on Tuesday and then the entire day Wednesday before finishing up tournament play. On the outside corner, and it catches for strike 2. Full count, 3-2. So Taylor will get the early start from first base with a 3-2 count and 2 away. Camphausen backs off. He won't hold him on. And it misses inside, ball 4. So first and second now with 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Max Rothwarg.
For the guarded, the shortstop, number 18, Max Rothwarg.
Rothwarg singled in his last at bat, 1 for 2 in the game. Hitting here with 2 on, trying to extend his team's lead. It's 5-4 right now. First pitch from Geerding. Down and out for a ball, 1-0. Line drive, right field, base hit. Harms is going to charge in on it, but he can't handle it. And the runner will score. Taylor, who's running hard with 2 outs. Not sure Harms would have had a play on him either way, but that does allow an extra run to come, or the run to come across. And it's now 6-4, Swarthmore.
The left fielder for Swarthmore, number 23, Matthew Silvestri.
So that Powers will Anderson will head out to the mound as the Spartans bullpen up and moving. And that is going to be Zach Barnes out there. I believe there, Anderson, as much as anything, just trying to buy some time for Barnes to get ready in the bullpen. (6-4), 8 hits on 6 runs on 8 hits for Swarthmore today. And Silvestri, the 3-hitter at the plate, a chance to really put an exclamation point on this inning. 1 for 2 in the game, grounded into a double play and has a base hit and a run scored and pops that one up. Center field, and Draco there. Puts it away, and that'll end the inning. But the damage done once again. Another run comes across for Swarthmore. It's now 6-4. The Spartans trailing and coming up to bat here in the top of the 5th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Anderson, Powers, and Harms due up when we return. Jack Anderson set to lead things off for the Spartans in the top of the 5th. Spartans trailing by 2, 6-4 the score. Noah Potholm begins his 5th inning of work, starts the frame with 57 pitches. Anderson, who's 2 for 2 in the game, a home run in the first and a single and a run scored in the third. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And 2-0. As that one missed a little further down and out. Called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Anderson's home run was to the opposite field. His first of the season. And he hits that one, pulls it into left. Should be playable. Silvestri there makes the catch. And there's one gone. So one retired for James Powers, who is 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single his last time up. Ball 1, 1-0. Powers now hitting at .317. His average jumping a bit today after going 3 for 4 in the first game. He hits that one towards first. Big hop, but playable. First baseman takes it himself. And there's 2 gone. So 2 batters retired now for Nick Harms. Harms 0 for 2 in the game. Ground out to second and then grounded into a 3-6 double play. First pitch. Ground ball. Backhanded nicely by the first baseman. Flip to the pitcher covering. And that will end the inning. 7 straight retired for Podholm, who has settled in nicely. And he's protecting a 2-run lead. 6-4 the score as we move into the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Buckman, Johnston, and Beedling. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Swarthmore when we return. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans will be Zach Barnes, the first-year pitcher out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Chapel Hill High School. Barnes making his 4th appearance of the season. All have been out of the bullpen. He's 1-0 on the year with a 3.86 ERA and 1 save. Through 7 innings of work, he struck out 11, walked just 3. He's given up 10 hits. Opponents hitting .313 against him.
Leading off the Swarthmore 5th inning, the right fielder, number 12, Benjamin Buckman.
Benjamin Buckman will be the hitter. Buckman, Johnston, and Beedling to face Barnes. Who takes over for Geerding, who's currently in line for the loss unless the Spartans can mount a comeback. Fouled off. It's 0-1. Buckman 1 for 2 in the game. A fly out and a base hit. Hitting him .406. Squares to bunt, pops it up, but that's foul, and it's 0-2. Down and in, ball 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Buckman down looking. So Barnes starting off strong, gets the strikeout. Called strike. No, ball. Not sure where that one missed. Crowd didn't like that either as the count goes to 1-0 on Johnston. That one's a called strike, 1-1. Johnston had a 2 RBI single with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. That hit turned a 4-3 Swarthmore deficit into a 5-4 lead. They've added on 1 since, and the Garnet leads 6-4 over Case Western Reserve. That one chopped toward short. Another shot for Arterburn there. Throw is right on target. And there's 2 gone. So 2 gone, and Max Beedling will be the batter. Beedling 1 for 2 in the game, a double in the 2nd inning, and then grounded into a double play to end the 3rd. Little outside, 1-0. Barnes looking for a quick 5th inning. In the dirt, 2-0. Anderson loses his glove on that, and the pitch is a bit outside, 3-0. And up high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Beedling, and that'll bring up Rosenbaum with 2 away and a runner at first. Rosenbaum is 0 for 1. Walked in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 4th. And it's a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. 0-2. Strike delivered there. 0-2 count, 2 away. See if Beedling goes in motion here. He runs. The pitch swung on, grounded towards the hole at short. Backhanded by Arterburn. Throw goes to 2nd, but not in time. It'll be infield hit for Rosenbaum. With the runner in motion, everyone's a little out of position, and that allowed that one to get into no man's land for a base hit. And so 1st and 2nd now with 2 away. Breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1. Ground ball up towards the middle. Second baseman Alonzo there, steps on the bag, and the inning's over. So 2 left stranded on Barnes' 1st inning of work. And the score remains 6-4 for the Spartans in their half of the 6th. Camphausen, Walker, and Alonzo due up to start the frame when we return. No, Potholm back out on the mound. He's retired 7 straight since a 2 RBI double from Carson Walker in the 3rd inning. Gave the Spartans the lead back. At the time, they led 4-3. Swarthmore has scored 3 unanswered since then, and now it's a 6-4 lead. And Potholm trying to make that stand up here. As he starts the 6th. Spartans trying to avoid an 0-2 day. They won yesterday, but then dropped the earlier game today to Arcadia. Spartans are going to have to get on the comeback trail here, though, with Camphausen, Walker, and Alonzo due up. Camphausen 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Hits that one hard towards short. Fielded on the run. Throw to first. Right on target for the out. Tell you what, with Rothwarg and Rosenbaum on the left side of that infield for Swarthmore, that has been a good defensive duo. It's now 8 straight retired as well by Potholm. And Carson Walker will now be the batter. Walker 2 for 2 in the game. A single in the 2nd, a double in the 3rd. Called strike there for Walker, who is now hitting a .412 on the year. Now the 0-1. That one in the air towards right, charging in, still charging and making the catch. And right field is Buckman for the 2nd out of the inning. Two gone, and Alonzo will be the batter. Alonzo 0 for 2 in the game. A line out on a hard hit ball to third base in the 2nd, and then grounded out to short in the 3rd. Potholm rocks and delivers. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Potholm lurking for his 3rd straight 1-2-3 inning. 2-0. And it's popped up. Foul territory, and it will get out of play. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, third base side, and it's foul. Not by much, but just a bit foul. Two and two the count now on Alonzo. That one hit down the third base line, and again, it's foul. So we'll get another 2-2 pitch upcoming. Two count, 2 away. Ground ball hit softly to short. Charging, picked up and thrown in time to get the out. And the inning's over. So the Spartans go down in order again. That's 10 straight retired by Potholm. And we will move to the bottom of the 6th. 6-4 the Soars. Swarthmore with the lead. 9-1-2 in their order. Taylor, Sullivan, and Rothwarg due up when we return. Swarthmore leading 6-4 at the plate here, facing Zach Barnes, who begins his second inning of work. First pitch on the way. Outside ball 1 to Xavier Taylor. It'll be Taylor, Sullivan, and Rothward, 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Hard hit, first base side. Camphausen has it. And steps on the bag. Nice play at first base by Dane Camphausen. And there's one gone. So one retired, and Aiden Sullivan will be the batter. Sullivan 1 for 2 in the game, a single, a walk, and a ground out. And that just misses outside for ball 1, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it's 2-0. Ground ball, foul. 2-1. Three and one. And ball 4. So Barnes issues the walk. With 1 out, it'll put a runner on at first. Second walk of the game issued by Barnes.
The shortstop for Swarthmore, number 18, Max Rothward.
Now bring up the 2-hitter, Max Rothward, who has hits in each of his last 2 at-bats and is 2 for 3 in the game. Called strike, 0-1. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., the Spartans face Trinity College. As I mentioned, off on Wednesday. Thursday, they'll face Oswego State at 2:30. As that one hit hard but foul. 0-2 the count. And they'll conclude their play down here on Friday with a doubleheader against Ithaca starting at 11 and then Oswego at 2:30. Ground ball. Alonzo gets to it, but no play. And Rothward with an infield hit on an 0-2 pitch. And so it's first and second with 1 away. So I'll bring up Matthew Silvestri. 1 for 3 in the game. Hitting at .382 on the year. In the dirt, and that gets away. Both runners will move up a base. Well, it's sort of at that point again in the game where if you're Barnes, you've Can't really afford to give up any more runs right now, make it any more difficult for your offense. So meeting on the mound here, this is a big opportunity. No action yet in the bullpen. So it appears that this will be Barnes' game for now. So Barnes ready now. He has Silvestri at the plate, behind in the count 1-0 with runners at second and third and one away. Swarthmore leading 6-4. Spartans will pull in at the corners, back in the middle infield. That one misses low, 2-0. Another one in the dirt. Good job by Anderson to keep it close, but the count goes to 3-0. First base is open. And with runners on at second and third, you can be careful here with Silvestri if, and this is a big if you're Barnes, if you trust yourself to be able to throw strikes. And in fact, now they will intentionally walk him. So the intentional walk issued to load the bases. Now the key is trying to throw some strikes here against Buckman, who's 1 for 3 in the game with a single back in the third. He struck out looking in his first at bat against Barnes last inning. And Barnes delivers that down and in for a ball. One out, bases loaded for Swarthmore. Fouled off, 1-1. Austin McGowan is warming in the Spartans bullpen. Outside corner, called strike, 1-2 the count now on Buckman. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the batter is out. Buckman took off for first. But no empty base there, and that is a big strikeout for Barnes for the second out of the inning. So maybe a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel here for Barnes, but he needs one more out still. He'll have to get through Brad Johnston, who's 1 for 3 in the game with a 2 RBI single back in the third. Down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Swung on and fouled off. 0-2. And Barnes can get through this inning with one more strike. Here's the 0-2. And tipped into the catcher's glove for strike 3. And that will end the threat here in the 6th. So Swarthmore loads the bases with 1 out, but back-to-back strikeouts to end it. And we'll move to the 7th. The Spartans have 9 outs to work with. They trail by 2. 6-4 the score. We'll be back in just a minute. Well, another game where the Spartans started off looking strong offensively, but the bats have gone quiet in recent innings. Noah Potholm on the mound. Just 73 pitches through the first 6 innings. He's now retired the last 10 batters he's faced. And we'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in the 7th. Stevenson, Arterburn, and Draco due up. As the first pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Stevenson 1 for 2 in the game. He had a base hit in his first at bat back in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in his 2nd. Takes called strike there. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, first base. Easy play, flip to the covering pitcher in time to get the out. And there's one gone here in the 7th. So Stevenson retired on the ground out to Johnston. And now Nate Arterburn will be the batter. Arterburn 0 for 2. His average down to .313 now after that hot start to his career. Checks his swing but takes it for a called strike anyway. It's 0-1. Outside corner, 0-2. In the air, shallow right. Coming over and making the catch in right is Buckman for the 2nd out. And the Spartans in danger of going down in order again here, as Logan and Draco will step to the plate. And Draco is 0 for 3 in this one. Did score a run after reaching on an error in the 3rd inning. Chopper to 2nd should end the inning. Flip on to 1st. And another quick inning for Potholm. We'll move along to the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 the score. Beedling, Rosenbaum, and Hensey due up when we return. First pitch misses a bit outside from Barnes to Beedling, and it's a 1-0 count. Bottom of the 7th. Swarthmore holding on to a 2-run lead that they've held since the bottom of the 4th inning. Fouled off. It's 1-2. Barnes has worked in and out of trouble in relief. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-2. Six, 4, bottom of the 7th. Ground ball hit to second. Alonso on the run with the throw right on target. And that's the first out of the inning.
Regarding third baseman, number 7, Katie Rosenbaum.
So one gone. Caden Rosenbaum will be the batter. He's hitting at .343 on the year. Reached base twice on a walk and a single today. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. We'll see if the Spartans have some late inning magic in their bats, but look fairly listless so far today. Called strike, 0-2. With the exclusion of the Jack Anderson home run in the first. And the 3 runs, that misses low, 1-2. 3 runs the team scored in the top of the 3rd, 2 of which came on a Carson Walker 2 RBI hit. It's been a pretty quiet day for the Spartans, especially over the course of the last 4 innings. In the dirt, 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way. Breaking ball popped up behind home plate. Long run for Anderson. Dives but can't make the catch. Count stays at 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way. And it hit him. So Rosenbaum hit by a pitch. He'll be on at first with 1 away in the inning. And now the catcher, Wilson Hensey, will step up to bat. Hensey got the scoring started for Swarthmore back in the 2nd inning when he hit a 3-run home run with 2 outs that turned a 1-0 deficit into a 3-1 lead.
The batter for Swarthmore, the catcher, number 27, Wilson Hensey.
So Hensey stands in. Here's the pitch. And the dirt, ball 1. Runner goes. The pitch swung on and missed at, and that's going to be interference. They call interference. And the Swarthmore coach is going to argue that, but if he leaned any further over the box on that one, he would have done a cartwheel into the opponent, the other side of the batter's box. So 100% he's out on that. So he's out on interference. That's the second out of the inning. And that is 100% the right call by the home plate umpire. No doubt. Hensey took a cut at that, and then when he took the swing, he stepped forward and over the plate, and no room for Anderson to throw there. So 2 outs now in the inning. Rosenbaum returns to first. Taylor squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball, 1-0. Popped up, fouling out of play, 1-1. Clangs off the roof of the overhang. Located over the stands directly behind home plate. Here's the 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Delayed steal. Throw down to second. Tag is not in time. So the delayed steal works there. Rosenbaum. That time will get awarded second base. He's now standing there with 2 away, but a 1-2 count on Taylor at the plate. Barnes from the stretch looks back at second. Now turns and delivers, and he hit him. So Taylor hit by the pitch. Well, that's one that, looking back on it, if you're Barnes, you have 2 strikes on the 9-hitter in the lineup, and the last thing you want to do in that situation is hit him there. It's the second batter that Barnes has hit with a 2-strike count this inning. He did the same to Rosenbaum, who's now at second. And so 2 outs, 2 on, back to the top of the order. Aiden Sullivan will be the batter. Sullivan drew a walk his last time up. In fact, he's walked twice now in the game, along with a single. He's 1 for 2. Checks his swing, and everyone will move up on a wild pitch. I believe they said he swung on it, but let's see when the umpire holds up some fingers here. And it is 0-1. So second and third. That's a ball, 1-1. Good block by Anderson, 2-1. Two and two as that's taken for a called strike. And Barnes can get through another inning here, scoreless with 1 more strike. 2-2 the count on Sullivan. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's in the air deep towards right center. Harms gives a look, and that is gone. Second 3-run homer of the game for Swarthmore. This comes off the bat of Aiden Sullivan, his first of the year, and that will make it a 9-4 lead for the Garnet. And so that will make the task harder for the Spartans, who are down to their final 6 outs and now trail by 5, 9-4.
Swarthmore should have shortstop, number 18, Max Swarthmore.
Now bring Max Rothward to the plate. Squares to bunt, takes a strike, it's 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, chopper back towards the middle. And unable to barehand his Arterburn, that'll go as an infield single. So the inning continues. Silvestri will now step up to bat. Barnes up to 63 pitches now in relief. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. Popped up, foul territory. Out of play. Count evens a 1-1 on Silvestri. Two and one. Bottom of the 7th, 9-4. Swarthmore with the lead. Three and one. And ball 4. And let's see if that's it for Barnes. It looks like it will be. Yep, Coach Englander will make the call of the bullpen. 9-4 the score. Buckman coming up when we come back. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is Austin McGowan. McGowan, the sophomore. We'll try to get the final out of the inning here. Out of Bellefontaine, Ohio. Making his 4th appearance of the year this year. Numbers are skewed by a bad appearance, but through 6 innings, he's given up 6 hits, 8 runs. All of those earned. 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Does have 1 save on the year.
The right fielder for the Garden, number 12, Benjamin Buckman.
Spartans down 5, 9-4 the score. Trying to avoid getting, well, I guess not really swept, but losing both of their games today. Not a true doubleheader. The first game was a loss against Arcadia. Misses inside to Buckman. It's 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. McGowan sets. Runners go. It swung on and missed at strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But a 3-run homer by Aiden Sullivan gives Swarthmore a 9-4 lead over the Spartans. We'll move to the 8th. 2, 3, and 4 in the Spartans lineup. Anderson, Powers, and Harms due up when we return. And welcome back. Defensive change in right field as Noam A. Young will take over out in right. Jack Anderson, the batter. Noah Potholm on the mound, and he delivers the first pitch outside. Potholm up to just 80 pitches. He has been very economical. He is not allowed a hit, I believe, since the third inning now. So that's a called strike. And it's 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. The last hit by Spartan came in the third inning, a 2-run double by Carson Walker. Since then, Potholm has retired the last 13 batters he's faced in order. Another one fouled away. Ground ball, base hit, Jack Anderson. It bounces off the tarp. Anderson will dig for second. Here comes the throw. Cut off, not in time. And Jack Anderson has the first Spartan hit since that third inning and ends that stretch of 13 straight retired. So leadoff single gets things going, or leadoff double, gets things going as Anderson on base. And now James Powers will be the batter. Powers hitting at .310 on the season. 1 for 3 in the game today. Called strike 0-1. Let's see if that can uncork things a bit here for the Spartans, who trail by 5, 9-4 the score. Swarthmore with the lead. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Anderson's going to turn the corner. Nope, he'll stop at third. But a single up the middle for Powers, who continues his solid day at the plate. Now 2 for 4 in this one. And it's first and third with nobody out for Nick Harms. Well, if Harms can get a hold of one here, that would change the way this game looks a little bit. And Harms certainly capable of doing that. 2 home runs, tied for the team lead this year. 22 home runs for his career, tied for the program lead all time. He takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Bullpen will start up again for Swarthmore. The 1-0 to Harms with nobody out and 2 on. Good pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. Harms has had a flair for the dramatic over his career. This would be a big one if he could get a piece of it. 2-1 on the way. Takes it low, 3-1. A walk here would load the bases with Dane Camphausen on deck, and so if you're Harms in this situation, you got to be ready to take a good cut at something in the strike zone. You know you're probably going to get a decent pitch to hit here. 3-1 on the way. And he does take a good cut at it, but fouls it off, and the count now full, 3-2. Second base is open, so you certainly have the option to put Powers in motion here, but I don't know that you do that down 5. Not running, and fouled off again by Harms, 3-2 still. Harms 0 for 3 in the game today. Drove in 4 runs with a pair of 2 RBI singles in last night's game. Here's the pitch. And popped up behind home plate. Can someone get to it? Let's see. Third baseman there. Nope. Into the netting. Make sure he's okay. Good try there by Rosenbaum. But it'll be another pitch to Harms coming up. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Three and two, nobody out. Runners on the corners for the Spartans, trailing by 5, trying to get back in this game in the top of the 8th. Runner goes, the pitch swung on, hit in the air, deep towards right field, carrying back at the edge of the warning track, making the catch for the out is the new right fielder. Tagging and coming in to score on the play is Anderson. It'll go as a sacrifice fly. So Noah Young makes the catch at the edge of the warning track. Harms gave that a nice ride. And the Spartans do get a run back. It's now 9-5, but probably if you're Case Western Reserve here, you're not as inclined to trade outs for runs. You really need to string some crooked numbers together here as Camphausen takes that for a called strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. 1-1. Camphausen 1 for 3 with a run scored in the game. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Bauer's the runner at first. He's stolen 3 bases this year. Fouled away. Count stays at 1-2. Next pitch will be the 100th of the game for Podholm, who had been cruising but running into some trouble here in the 8th. 1 out, runner on at first. Camphausen at the plate. A run across already for the Spartans. Up high. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And fouled off. Camphausen staying alive. Count stays at 2-2. Carson Walker out on deck. He already has a couple of hits today, including a 2-run double. Camphausen trying to keep the line moving right now, with his team down 4. Podholm sets, now delivers. In the dirt, full count 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. In the air, deep towards the gap, left center field, way back at the wall, and it is long gone. Dane Camphausen hits a 2-run home run, his second in as many days. And the Spartans have answered back. It's now a 2-run game. 9-7 is the score. That was a long blast deep over the wall in left center field. And that's going to be it for Podholm, whose day will be done. A really nice effort for him. He'll leave with a 2-run lead and turn it over to the bullpen. 9-7 the score. Spartans back in this one. We'll be back in just a minute. The Spartans showing some signs of life here in the 8th. A double to start the inning. A single by Powers followed. A sacrifice fly by Harms brought across the first run of the inning, and then a 2-run homer by Dane Camphausen. And the Spartans all of a sudden down by just 2, 9-7 is the score. Carson Walker will be the batter, and he'll be the first batter to face the new pitcher, Gabe Elliott, the righty. Elliott on the season making his 4th appearance. He's thrown 3 innings this season. Has an ERA of 3, given up 1 run, struck out 2, no walks, 3 hits allowed. Of the 3 hits he's allowed this year, though, 2 have been for extra bases, a double and a home run, so we'll keep an eye on that. Elliott, a sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia, the Padilla School. 6 feet tall. And Elliott will be tasked with trying to end a Spartan rally here. He does come in with the bases empty and 1 away after the Camphausen home run. So top of the 8th, excuse me. And a called strike. 0-1 the count on Walker, who's hitting at .389 on the year. And he holds up on the changeup there, 1-1. Six appearances last year for Elliott. He pitched to a 1.59 ERA. That one misses outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike, 2-2. Good breaking ball. Two-two pitch. And he swings and misses, strike 3. Ball gets away. The catcher has it. Throw goes down to first just in time to get Walker for the second out. So Walker retired. Elliott gets the strikeout. And now Franco Alonso will be the batter. Alonso, some hard hit balls today in both games, but not much to show for it as he gets that in the count 1-0. 0 for 3 in this one with 2 ground outs to short and a hard liner to third. The 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. A walk here would bring the potential game-tying run to the plate. Inside, ball 4. So Alonso draws the walk. And I think we'll get see if we get a pinch hitter here. We will. Is this going to be Tyler Stilson? It is. So Stilson will pinch hit for Stevenson. Stilson has seen his back cool off recently.
Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 10, Tyler Stilson.
A little bit of a slow start to the trip here. But representing the potential game-tying run at the plate. He's hit 2 home runs already this season. See if he can play the hero here. Or at the very least, keep the inning alive. First pitch. In the dirt for a ball. Alonso jumping off the bag. He'll have to retreat. It's now 5 straight balls thrown by Elliott. The 1-0. In the dirt. And Alonso will move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. Well, the Spartans have had their share of comebacks already on this young season. Do they have one today? It's a 2-0 count on Stilson. Do you give him a green light to swing here? I don't know that you do. I think he's got to take until Elliott throws a strike. Let's see. 2-0. He is taking, and it's just low. Ball 3, 3-0. Ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk, second straight 4-pitch walk issued. And that will bring Nate Arterburn to the plate. And Arterburn hitting here with 2 outs and 2 on base. Arterburn 0 for 3, a fly out to center and 2 flyouts to right. Breaking ball over the middle for a called strike. First strike thrown in the last 9 pitches for Elliott. See if that settles him in. Potential game-tying runs on the base pass. The 0-1 popped up in the infield, should end the inning. First baseman is there, and making the catch is the first baseman Johnston to end the Spartans' threat. But Case Western Reserve gets 3 in the frame, and they're back within 2. 9-7 the score. It will be Swarthmore coming up here in the bottom of the 8th, trying to add to their lead against Austin McGowan when we return. Defensive changes for the Spartans to begin the bottom of the 8th as Matt Trout will come into play center field. He'll be batting 8th in the order, and then Logan and Draco moves over to play left. Batter at the plate is Brad Johnston, who takes ball 1 and now ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. Austin McGowan on the mound, trying to pitch a scoreless 8th and give his team a shot with the top of the order coming up in the 9th. 2-0 on the way. It's a called strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 3-1. You got to get some outs here if you're Austin McGowan. Give your team a chance in the 9th inning. Don't make the task any more difficult. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball hit towards third, charging his powers. He has it. Throw on the run is right on target for the out. One retired. So Max Beedling now the batter with 1 out and the bases empty. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. And the Spartans back in action tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Line drive, center field. Trout will charge, but it lands in front of him. And it's a 1-out single for Beedling. And I'll bring Rosenbaum to the plate. And I think we're going to get a pinch runner here. And indeed we will. Jet Shoe will be the pinch runner, and I don't know if you can imagine a better name for someone who's pinch running in a game than Jet Shoe.
The batter for Swarthmore, the third baseman, number 7, Caden Rosenbaum.
So Jet Shoe, the pinch runner for Beedling. So Shoe on at first. Rosenbaum the batter. First pitch from McGowan. Up high for a ball, 1-0. Runner goes. The pitch taken for a strike. Throw down to second. Plenty of time. Tag applied by Arterburn. And he's out. And that is a big second out there. 2-6 on the caught stealing. 1-1 count at the plate. With the bases empty now on Rosenbaum. Here's the 1-1. Curveball. Not sure where that missed. Maybe a shade inside as the count goes to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, little outside, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch. Chopper, third base side, foul ball. And so the count now full, 3-2 with 2 away. Again, top of the order due up for the Spartans in the top of the 9th as they trail by 2. So keeping this at a 2-run game is important. Three and 2 count, 2 outs, bases empty. McGowan trying to pitch a scoreless 8th. From the stretch with the bases empty, the 3-2 pitch on the way to Rosenbaum. And it's on the outside corner, a called strike 3. A big strikeout there, and that will give the Spartans a shot in the 9th. Top of the order for Case Western Reserve on Draco, followed by Anderson and Powers when we come back.
Now entering the game to pitch for Swarthmore, number 21, CWRU.
Top of the 9th inning, and a new pitcher on for Swarthmore as though it turns to Stephen Jungers to try to close this one out. Jungers, the sophomore out of Great Falls, Virginia. Through 4 appearances this year at 2.70 ERA, including 1 save. He's gone 3 1/3 innings. He's given up just 3 hits for a .250 opponent's average. 1 run, it was earned. He's walked only 2, struck out 5. Last year, 8 appearances, 1 start. He was 1-0 with a 9.95 ERA. So another pitcher, and we've seen a lot of these today that have made major strides forward from last year to this year. We'll see if Jungers can keep it going here, as Jungers will try to close this one out against the top part of the Spartans' order, and Draco, Anderson, and Powers. And if someone could get on, Harms would come to the plate representing at least the potential game-tying run. And that is the situation you want. So Jungers finishing his warm-ups. And Draco 0 for 4 in the game so far today. He's been one of the better hitters on this Spartan team all year long. And Draco working on a 5-game hitting streak currently, trying to extend it to 6. He's reached base in all 9 games this year and trying to make it 10 in a row here. First pitch misses down low for a ball, 1-0. Draco hitting a .357 on the season. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. So a favorable count here for Andraco. Let's see if he's taking all the way 2-0. He's not, and fouls it back 2-1. Andraco, not your typical leadoff hitter. He doesn't walk a lot. 2-1 pitch. And that's lifted in the air, deep towards right field. Back at the wall, looking up, and it is gone. Home run, Logan Andraco, and it makes it a one-run game. On a 2-1 pitch, Logan Andraco pulls the ball over the wall and right. And the Spartans are right back in this one. It's now a one-run game, and they have 3 outs to work with to try to even the score. First home run of the season for Andraco. Now it'll be up to Jack Anderson to try to reach base as the potential game-tying run. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Third career home run for Logan Andraco. He's had one in each year of his career now. And he starts off the 9th with a bang for the Spartans as that misses outside, 1-1. We'll see if Jungers can settle in right now. Inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. And Anderson wastes that one foul. 2-2. Anderson 3 for 4 in this game. He scored 3 runs, has a home run and a double, so a triple shy of the cycle. The 2-2. And he lifts that in the air deep towards right, should hold the ballpark. Coming over and making the catch as he falls down is Noah Young, and that will be the first out of the inning. So 1 out, and now James Powers will be the batter. Powers 2 for 4 in the game today. He has a run and an RBI. Both of his hits singles, just trying to get on base here. And he holds for ball 1. There's the 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays outside, 2-1. And did he go? He did. 2-2. Two count. Nick Harms waiting out on deck. 2-2 from Jungers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Powers down swinging, and the Spartans now down to their final out. So it'll be up to Nick Harms. Harms had a sacrifice fly in his last at bat. He is 0 for 3, though, in this game. Harms with a 4-game hitting streak currently on the line. And he checks his swing, holds, and it's ball 1. You have to go after Harms here, but you have to do it carefully if you're Jungers. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Two-0 count. Jungers delivers the pitch to Harms. 3-0. Harms will have the green light here, 3-0. No doubt. Ball 4. And Harms reaches on a 4-pitch walk. Not sure that Jungers wanted a lot to do with Harms there. And instead he'll face Camphausen. And Camphausen presents his own set of challenges. He's hit 2 home runs now in as many days. He's batting at .286 on the year. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs in this game and has now driven in 8 runs for the season. First pitch. Fastball there for a called strike. It's 0-1. 9-8 the score. The Spartans trail by 1 down to their final out. The 0-1 pitch. 1-1. Missed outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, and the Spartans are down to their final strike. It's 1-2. Jungers comes set. Here's his 1-2 offering. Camphausen awaits. The runner goes. The pitch swung on and missed at strike 3. And that will do it. So Camphausen down swinging. Jungers holds on for the save. And the Spartans fall twice here on Monday. Final score in this one, 9-8. So Case Western Reserve drops to 6-4 on the year. Swarthmore improves to 6-3. The winning pitcher today is Noah Potholm. He improves to 2-0 on the season. The save goes to Jungers, Steve Jungers. That is his 2nd of the year. Losing pitcher is Kyle Geerding, and Geerding will fall on the year to 0-2. Game lasted 2 hours and 43 minutes. And attendance here today was 217. Want to thank everyone once again for joining us. Reminder, we'll be back with coverage of the Case Western Reserve game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. against Trinity. Want to thank you all for joining us again. Final score one more time. It's Swarthmore 9, Case Western Reserve 8. Have a great evening, everybody.